Well, the city says it's making progress fighting homelessness in Anchorage, but the problem remains in your face at illegal campsites like the one you're about to see. Camps where open fires and propane tanks are raising new concerns. It's the tale of one homeless camp that highlights the dangers and the difficulty involved in clearing illegal sites. The story begins by hitting rewind. Month after month, a homeless camp is growing on Ingress Street.
When the leaves fell, we really noticed how big it was.
Right on the edge of downtown, in full view of drivers along one of the city's busiest streets. Back on December 1st, we visited the camp to test Anchorage's process for reporting an illegal campsite. What you can't see back there is that there's some furniture, some sofas, there's what appears to be a city garbage can. Anchorage allows residents to flag camps online using maps and photos. So I'm going to tell them that it's a camp with tents, a little bit of details. And we weren't the only ones.
We had one person do it initially. We didn't get much response from that, so we actually had everybody go through and do it because we thought maybe more the better.
Monica Emerton owns the Greenhouse Connection on 15th Avenue, just uphill from the camp.
Slowly, kind of one by one, we got them kicked back to us saying that there was nothing they could do because it wasn't on public property.
While it's illegal to camp on city property in Anchorage, we learned this camp is actually on land that belongs to the adjacent strip club, Crazy Horse. And that's where things get complicated. The owner of Crazy Horse declined to talk to us on camera, but left this voicemail.
This is Miss J from the Crazy Horse. I got your message on the homeless people living over there on my property. No, I didn't give them the okay to do that.
APD says the city did eventually come out and clear people out of the campsites, even marking the tents December 19th.
To reduce the notice time for public hearing nuisance abatement from 15 days to 10 days.
The Assembly has also recently shortened the period of time APD must wait to remove a camp that's been reported as a nuisance.
To try and provide the alternative that everyone agrees is the better solution.
What used to be 15 days for removal is now 10. But in reality, cleanup can take much longer.
That's what's frustrating for some of the community members is it takes longer to clean up because there's so many and that queue is longer.
This week, we returned to the campsite. It's been more than 5 weeks. This camp is still here, still within full view of the street. And if anything, there's more debris than there was before. More bicycles, more bags and tents, more propane tanks.
Something like a propane tank could definitely light up a whole area. And as you can see, most of it's just trees, so they would go.
Even signs of a tent melted by open flames, something residents warned the city about at a recent public safety meeting.
Every one of them has a heating source that's an open flame and a cooking source that's an open flame. And we're going to have dead campers. We're going to have wildfires in our public spaces.
The Anchorage Homeless and Housing Coordinator defends the progress she says has been made.
The housing programs have come online. Our coordination and tracking people has increased greatly,
including meeting the mayor's goal of getting 100 people a year off the street.
Do you need help with housing?
Yes.
Okay, can you step out? We have a social worker here. Where do you think you're going to move to?
Still, the city has found that campers often remain.
It used to be people that were really trying to just get by and to get to their next location, so they were camping for a period of time. Whereas now we see, sort of more belongings in the camp and more permanent type structures.
And when they find a spot they like,
there was solar panels in one, and there was a couple that were actually building framing and actual structures around the camps.
Camps, much like this one, highly visible on the edge of downtown.
Quite a few people kind of coming and going from that whole location, and I think we saw 8 or 10 bikes down there last time we were down there.
Apparent proof, not everyone is ready to come in from the cold. Now, this camp is a great example of how complicated this process can get. When the city cleared people from the camp, they believed all the tents were on state land, but in fact, some were on private property. That in turn raises questions about who pays for the cleanup. The strip club will likely have to clean up the tents and debris on their land, while City Parks and Rec clears out what's on state land. And of course, each is separated by a matter of feet. And it's unclear when any of that cleanup will actually happen. To see what these camps look like up close, you can go to our website where I've posted an interactive 360-degree video. You can take a tour of the area yourself and see exactly what's been left behind.